So today we will talk about Arcolinux Mate desktop. This is the before last video on Mate desktop, so of this Mate week, and we will see what is the difference of the usage of Arcolinux on Mate, if it helps or it does not help. After you install Arcolinux, you will be with this welcome screen. As always, all these Arcolinux distributions, they have installed software to update your software first. The Arch Linux tweak tool, which is a part of the family of Arch Linux, and also of course the update Arch Linux mirrors. So this is not at all related to Mate. This is always present in all Arcolinux desktops. So let us close it and we will look first. This is, by the way, this is the traditional Mate desktop. So there is nothing changed. Even here they have removed some of the buttons, a web browser or Thunar or any file manager or Caja or Kaja, and the terminal. These are not present, and we have some missing in the desktop. So these are the things that are lagging. Another thing is the background, which is not resembling Mate. They should have used another one, maybe a green one, maybe this one, or this one. Okay, let us stay with this one. So here, if you notice, this is the traditional one. Let us see if they have some menu with a search button. So they have the classic menu and they have the compact menu. So the Mint menu, which is available with Linux Mint, is not available here. Also, Brisk menu is not available, but of course we could have downloaded it. Let us download it. I'll press Super T. And by the way, if you notice, we are using kernel 6.01. The theme is Arc Dark, the icons is Surfing Arc, and the memory is 710 megabytes, which is also a little bit high. So the sudo pacman -s brisk menu, and brisk menu is not available in pacman. So we can use yay. So yay -s brisk menu. All of these will be installed 107, and after that we will use it. You all know, if you saw the videos before, how brisk menu works, so we'll not bother with them. So let us close it. So the other thing that we need to do is let us add some toolbars or shortcuts, and we go to add to panel, application launcher. We go, let's say, internet here, Firefox. We add the Firefox. In the system tools, Alacrity. Okay, I'll add Alacrity. And Kaja or Caja, we add also Caja. Okay, so here they are very close to each other. We just need to move them a little bit, and that's it. So if you notice, we have this Caja or Kaja. If you go to the preferences, we look at the extension. There's not much custom actions for Caja. Maybe the rotate and resize images, and these are the most useful, and they are present. Open a terminal and resize and rotate images. One thing to note is that they've already installed Thunar. So if I press the usual one, Super F, you will have Thunar. There is no need, since Caja is installed, why you have to install it. Let us see if I believe that yes, these are the custom actions. A very good list of custom actions. Of course, it is well known that Arcolinux has most of the popular custom actions for Thunar. The other thing that you will notice also is you will have here in the look and feel, you have Mate tweak. If you remember in Fedora, in my first video, Mate tweak was not available because it caused problems. That's why they did not include it. It was not included in Linux Mint, but here Arcolinux included it, and there is a problem, and the problem is here in the panel. Select a panel layout to change the user interface. If you notice, there are three types of panels. So there's not much. There's no Cupertino, there's no Redmond, there's no Contemporary, there's no Mutiny. All of these, they are not present, which we are present also in Ubuntu Mate. But if you want, let's say if I press Fedora and I press OK, look what happened. It doesn't work. We have the panel up there. It should be the same. This should be the Fedora panel. So it is not working. I don't know why they keep it here, but it is not working. Let me put it back to the bottom. So the Mate tweak is not working. This one is working because you can put in the computer, you can put the home, trash. This panel is not working, but of course these are working also. These are working, but only this panel, which is the most important thing here. If you want to save the panel layout, all of this is not working. And of course there's no enable HUD, there's no enable dock. So they did not install Plank. I believe they did not install Plank. And that's why. So in the Windows here, let us look at the Windows. We have a typical ones, the fonts, and the window manager. There is Marco and there is an adaptive compositor. If I remove the compositor, let us see what happens. Look at the border. So it's very bad without the compositor. Maybe because I'm also on VirtualBox. Okay, the other thing that we want to check is we'll check some of the shortcuts. Go to the control center. This is the keyboard shortcuts. And these are the typical ones. There's no custom. I think there is a custom. These are custom shortcuts. So they have custom shortcuts for Firefox, for Tuner, Firefox, Tuner. Wow. D menu is Shift Super D, not D, Super D. Also that's also there's for Conky. There's a lot of shortcuts. So you have to be careful before putting any shortcut or using SXHKD to look here before you put any shortcut. Okay, there's also, we need to check also the panel here. There's not much included in the panel. Let me check my lovely fish if it is working. So all the stock are available, and when I press it, it is not available. So they installed this one, but they did not install Fortune. So let us remove it. And if we want to have some fun, we need to install compiz. So let us install compiz, Super T. So let us check if compiz is available here. Sudo pacman -s compiz. So compiz is not available. Yay -s compiz. Okay, oh, it's too much. Boost libraries, they take a lot of, and there's CMake. So hopefully it, so the boost is 171 and CMake is 68 megabyte, and you need to compile it, so it will take some time. Okay, and it's starting building. It will take some time for the building process, so I will stop it. I will stop recording and come back when it's finished. We have installed compiz and we logged out and logged in again. So before we start with compiz, let us check first the theming to check if there is some theming that are installed with Arcolinux. So this is the Arc theme, which is always available, and there is the traditional ones that are available with Mate. Yaru, they have only two. They don't have all the system, the dark and all the Yaru theming, so they have only these two available. So there is not much. Okay, so now for the compiz, let us go to look and feel compiz setting manager. I just want to test it if it is working or not. Back, wobbly window, and maybe the water effect. Okay, so that's it. and we need to activate it. So we go to Mate tweak in the Windows. So now we have this compiz. So I press it. It seems it worked without any problems. Let us check. So it is wobbling, but it's not that smooth. Okay, so we checked the compiz. It is not bad. A little bit there's a small problem with the compositing. There's not much, but in general everything is okay. I cannot say that there is some add-on that were included to Mate Desktop by Arcolinux. They just didn't do anything. They just put all their stuff and put the Mate Desktop on top with all the themes that they have and the Arcolinux tweak tool. The Arcolinux tweak tool is very extensive, very important, very customized, but for Mate Desktop it didn't change much. So that's it for today. Tomorrow is a big day. We will cover Ubuntu Mate and we'll see a lot about all the power of Mate Desktop in Ubuntu Mate.